Good morning, everyone. Sweemoney here. We are back. We're playing some more Oxygen Not Included. We'll be back with some more City Skylines at some point. Probably later this week. Maybe even tomorrow. I don't know yet. I haven't figured out a schedule. It's basically going to be Oxygen Not Included and City Skylines this week, I think. There are a couple more things I might want to play. We're not doing anything spooky. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. But actually, I think it's just more that I'm like still so obsessed with Oxygen Not Included that I can't stop playing. So no spooky stuff this year, but we'll be playing some Ani and some City Skylines this week, and I think maybe next week we'll do. I got to play Fae Farm again, and there was something else that I think Space Station Tycoon offered me a key. And I haven't accepted it yet, but it looks kind of like up my alley. So maybe we'll give that a shot next week too. But today we're going to try to figure out what the hell we were doing in this last week. It's been a whole week, kind of, almost. And we'll do some stuff. I think, I hope. We'll feel like we didn't do anything, but we probably did something. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Let's get in here. Let's see what we can work on. This, we gained about like 30 degrees or so at the at like the door point here. So not like entirely not worth it, but it's like we did invest a lot in this this whole ordeal. But it looks like we kind of like pushed like a lot of the hotness a little bit further away. We could probably come back down here. I don't know. I don't know if we want to come back down here. Do we want to come back down here? Oh yeah, we were crushing the steam, weren't we? We're at like 9.5 kilograms of steam right now. But we got this timer. No, the timer. Yeah, we're like... Isn't it going the wrong way, though? It is, right? Oh, because I have the whole thing off, right? Why do I have the whole thing off? Our AND gate. Did I seriously do this backwards? There's no way. I feel like this was working. So this... No, we just have to turn this switch on. I don't remember when I turned that switch off, but... Okay, yeah. Yeah, so now that will let steam in here. I really don't remember turning that switch off ever. And then it'll close when the timer goes up. And then it should open up again fairly quickly. I don't think I'm gonna worry. Like, I feel like we spent way too much time on this, and I don't know what else there really is to do. Oh shit, we're like doing a decent job of killing this magma too, but this stuff is still like 1400 degrees. That's the big thing, is like we're not touching any igneous rock anymore, at least not any like super hot stuff. We are actually touching igneous rock just fine. But like, I don't know. This is just all 1300 degrees right underneath our spike. This, not so much. But whatever. Let's just keep on working. I think I closed that because I wanted to actually like start generating heat again. As long as this is above, 500 or 600 degrees, we should be fine. It's working. And since it's turning off every time we fill up on petroleum, we don't have to worry about this, like sucking up too much of the magma. And look at the gap. There's like not a lot of gap between, where our steam pile is coming from and, where this They're going to merge somewhat soon, I think. All right, so I don't think we have to worry about these. We'll worry about them another time. Maybe, I don't know, or just ignore them altogether. We have 500 kilograms of carbon dioxide in here because we're not running our petroleum generators all the time. Was the green coming from this? Hold up. There's no way, right? This is looking for 20 kilograms. And we have 500 kilograms, so there's no way this is turning green. If we ever get to a point where we're like so low on CO2 in here, we do like kick in the generators just to burn some fuel and add some CO2. 5 and 5. This is still working. Like, we have the fringe case on this where if they're all in the same reproduction cycle and there's like multiple eggs that land in here, then they both get picked up, which is sad, but we can kind of fix it. I don't know how else to really change that, so I think we just manually resolve that if we ever see it. I mean, I think we're just basically still working on cleanup and stuff. There's a lot of stuff we can just kind of get rid of. We got to do these like side quests, like little stories or whatever. We got the big brain in a jar over here. We got the extra dupe over here. And we got the critter fluxomatic over here. And we already did the fossil one. Is that all? I think there's only 4, right? I don't remember. How's this automation working? Still going good? We are generating power. Right? Enabled by automation grid. Good. Sending a red signal. Oh, so if I want to turn them on just always, then I can flip one of these switches. But that'll actually turn on all of the generators. I don't need multiple switches for this. One of these switches would just activate all the generators, which is fine, I guess. kind of an oversight. All right. I think we start by maybe cleaning up a few more ladders. Kind of get that going. It's like always something that we have to like fall back on if we run out of just stuff to do. Is just start destroying more ladders. Over here. I don't need to just destroy this whole room, right? We'll see if they get around to that. Oh, we check out our space program. See what we're doing there. Kind of forgot. Did we get home already? Yeah, we had a rocket at home, right? Which way are we gonna go next? We do want to like finish exploring everything. So I think up this way is probably the best bet. Or should we just like finish off this little corner here? I don't know how many tiles this is, but this probably gets us finished investigating this little slice. Maybe. We're actually building up crude oil again, which is nice because we're full on petroleum. What else do we have to look at? You can always do some sweep commands as well. Just kind of lower the priority. I got rid of the sweep int spot, so we have to manually tell everything to sweep now. Which isn't really that different than before. I feel like they weren't really just picking up stuff all on their own anyway. So we'll just do like a across the board level 4 sweep job. So whenever they can get around to it, they do. This stuff we got to clean up. Like there is some merit in letting all this stuff just like fall so that everything's in one spot. Maybe we can hook up some automation to clean it all up. But I feel like we got plenty of dupe labor we can spend, so it's actually not a ton to clean up anyway. Oh, that's what we did last time. We did add a little steam chamber up here. So instead of directly trying to feed the steam out of the 500 kilograms of CO2 down here, now we got our own little steam chamber. So then we're just eating the heat. Which is doing a really good job at, because we are down to 140 degrees down here. You guys are good. Molten. Molten slicksters. Comfortable range, 90 degrees. So, as long as we stay above 90, we're good. I guess this is probably cooling down too, because we're not running the generators all the time too. That is probably a significant impact. I don't think we can get down there. Yeah, they actually have been doing a pretty good job sweeping. I can't lie here. There's not a ton to do as far as just sweeping up random crap. This is set to sweep only, right? Yeah. I think we need to work on a new farm area for basically everything. But I kind of want to do that after we're done cleaning everything up. So we just have like a better idea what kind of space we have to work with. We can start working on building a greenhouse or something like that. Some structure that will just be for, maybe we can even do like a I don't know, they all need like such different temperatures that making like a unified box is kind of hard to do. Why isn't this closed up? Well, I guess finish getting this stuff first. You know, sweep that up first and then just close this up. 90 degrees in here. We're just letting it roam. I mean, it erupts at 90 degrees, so I guess we're actually not doing a ton to cool it down very good. Our chiller's at 64. What's that doing to these guys? 40 degrees. Body temperature is at 44. because we cut them off from the cooling loop. I think this might actually be our another thing that we put some super coolant in. Because basically it is being used just to cool this down now. And the generators, but I don't feel like the generators are giving us all that much. Yeah, that steam isn't hot enough anyway. So plenty of little tasks to do. I'd say we could keep this, switch this over to super coolant too, but I mean, I actually don't know why it's running so much. Is this just like one of those phases? This is negative 18 instead of negative 20. We probably just have it set way too low. I'm gonna actually set this to 0. There is no reason we need all of these things to stay that cold. We're just wasting power on it. Eventually, everything should be on super coolant, I think. Just because we're making a ton of it. How much? Oh yeah, that's right. We had all the our little automated timers are all working. This tells us how long since the last eruption. So we got 27 cycles it's been since we've erupted. 49. I just manually inputted this is the normal amount of dormancy on that. That geyser. So instead of having to go look at all of our geysers to see like how long they got left, we just glance right here. And most of them have quite a bit of dormancy left. We are burning through our reserves, but not actually really. Not too much. Got 50. 50. Did I switch the petroleum to 50 as well? Yeah. Yeah, so all the generators kick in at the same time, which should top them up pretty fast. And it maintains a buffer for these moments when we have everything down. I think that is a better setup. Like, we have no shortage of petroleum right now. The oil is free. And we're just getting all the oil from the oil wells. We're getting the water from both of our polluted water vents. So, like, that's all basically free petroleum. So no reason, like, I don't want to waste it, but no reason not to burn it. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll queue up some more ladder rows. Ooh, it actually, I'm surprised it got all the stuff up here. Like, really surprised. Oh, is that part of that? Demolish, demolish. And then background buildings. Get rid of all that too. Whenever you guys are ready, basically doing everything on the left side of our tube first, which is kind of like right down the middle. And the easiest side to clean up, I think. Like, this is mostly we just got a geyser or volcano here and there that we gotta work around, but other than that, it's fairly open space. I'm still interested in seeing how much better our FPS gets when we finally get all these things destroyed. Sunram, how you doing? I used to produce all my electric from hydrogen, which I get by electrolysis. I play with mods. I don't know if that's vanilla. If it's vanilla, it's still reliable at this level of the game. If you were using hydrogen to fuel like everything, that might have been a mod that made that better. Because we got 2 full-size SPOMs here, and we are using the hydrogen that they give off, but there is 0 chance that is enough hydrogen to feed our base. And I know this because like our natural gas geysers have gone dormant at the same time, and that ended up being like basically the only hydrogen that we were getting, and it did not do a good job. It did not keep our base afloat, sadly. But I'm sure there's like mods that maybe adjust the amounts of hydrogen you get out of it. Because like a single electrolyzer, they will give you... Oops. You get 112 grams of hydrogen to 888 grams of oxygen. So it's just... Even with 8 of them, you're only getting like close to a kilogram of hydrogen per second, and you have to feed those back into your SPOMs. Okay, so it isn't reliable at all at end game. No, you can live on it for a little bit. I usually go I try to get off the hamster wheel as quick as possible and move to coal for a while. But I always rush smart batteries and automation to go with that, so I'm not wasting coal. And then, if I could be so lucky, find a natural gas geyser. And usually you can survive on a natural gas geyser from the early game for a while. Because like you just need a little bit more tech and stuff to tame a hydrogen vent because it comes out so hot. But this is a great supplemental amount of energy. Like everything extra that we're getting out of here, you know, it's still going back into our system. So it's something, and every little bit helps. But yeah, like this late in the game, when a single aqua tuner costs like 1200 watts to run, yeah, the little trickle of hydrogen comes out of the electrolyzers isn't quite enough. I didn't use coal generator in any of my playthroughs, so maybe a mod organizes it. But I didn't play until endgame 2, right? I just think coal is like the easiest thing to get off the hamster wheel with. In like the early game. It depends on your asteroid too. Like if you're in like the normal-ish, I don't know what the normal biome is called, but if you're like in that biome, you should have coal like kind of surrounding you. I guess we can go one here. Then we wait for the desk to get deconstructed. Yeah, so I mean, if you don't have coal, then that's also a problem. That would stop you from going that route. I'm scared. I'm kind of scared to like start a new colony and play on a more challenging asteroid or something where I don't have all the comforts that I'm used to, because like I've grown so accustomed to this game and like everything we had in excess, like so many vents and so much water. And if I go like to another asteroid, I just feel like it's going to be a completely different game. Hydrogen generators were too good for me for both giving me oxygen and electric, right? Yeah, I mean they're great. They give a lot of power. 850 watts. Or is it just 800? It might just be 800. What do you get? 100 grams per second of gas, and you get 800 watts out of that. Yeah. So the excess from one of the electrolyzers will feed the hydrogen gas generator like at 100%. As long as the electrolyzer is running 100%, like nonstop, so it never over pressurizes or whatever. So I mean that would just be a constant 800 watts, and then you're just basically running the electrolyzer and the pump for your water off of that. So that's a good way to go. If I didn't have other options, I'd probably do that as well. Oh my god, our supercoolant is filling up. Maybe this is what we should do first. Because we still have 1,500 1,500 kilograms. Or maybe I should just set up an automation that says once this gets full, we just stop creating more. That's probably the better way to go. But I want so much more. So we got a steam or water geyser. It could still be reliable. You mean hydrogen could still be reliable, or the steam guy, or do you mean like converting that into water and then using that for your hydrogen? Converting that into water, if it's a cool steam vent, you might be okay, because that comes out at 110 or 100. I would think it's 110. But you'd have to cool down the water, and really like the only way to do that would be aqua tuners. So you'd be using 1200 watts to run that aqua tuner in order to cool down that water. Unless you wanted to feed your base with 100 degree oxygen, I guess that could be another option. Or like 90 degree oxygen. You could do that too. I wouldn't recommend it. But hydrogen's a great power source, but I don't think it's definitely not the only one. And diversification is your friend when it comes to power generation. Like so many times, since we're reliant on geysers, like we have 2 hydrogen geysers and 2 natural gas geysers. Like right now, all of them are completely dormant. So if it wasn't for our petroleum setup that we've only recently gotten, we would not be up and running right now. And that's why I have such like a huge backlog tank here. Just so that we can stash all of the hydrogen and natural gas while they're dormant. I think for early game, electrolyzers into power works pretty good. But like it just doesn't scale once you start using aqua tuners and stuff like that, where like, the things that use a lot of power. I was too lazy to build all the refineries for natural gas and petroleum. Well, natural gas doesn't need a refinery. Natural gas is really easy to tame because it comes out at... that's why I go to it after coal. If I can find a geyser, it comes out at 165. So you could usually get by with a gold pump. Like like this was from really early in the game. Let me see, when did I build these temp shift plates? These temp shift plates are 2400, almost 2500 cycles old. So we basically built, we tamed this after 100 cycles, which is probably still too late. You know what, the other one I tamed earlier. This one we tamed first. We don't have any temp shift plates. 25. This was made out of steel, so we probably did that earlier. How about the pipes? Age 1200. We like break a piper? 25, I think it is. So yeah, like around 75 cycles, we got into natural gas, and we just slapped like a gold pump in here, and it was able to withstand the heat. So it's fairly easy to get going. The refineries you need for petroleum, though, that here's our petroleum boiler, and you go this way and you get 100% of your oil into petroleum. Whereas if you use the actual like refinery building, you only get 50%. I was scared shitless to set this up, and it actually is one of the most stable things that I've built. It just works. I don't know how that happened. We had like a couple hiccups. We made a lot of sour gas with the first like booting it up a couple of times, but yeah, this is basically gonna power our base forever, because we have 3 oil wells, which feeds us a full pipe worth of oil into our boiler, and that gets us a full pipe of petroleum out, and then a little bit of automation to kind of stop the generators whenever we're full on petroleum. And it has been working out really, really, really well. Or I'm sorry, not stop, but like start burning some petroleum if we're full. I stop generating it once we fill up. As long as it works. But like this is one of those builds that feels like it's like really advanced. But it really wasn't that hard to set up at all. Like once you get a vacuum in here, and then you realize that your vacuum that your water lock is not sufficient as a blob lock. I was trying to get by with one of these little things, which is only 300 grams of liquid, to keep this vacuumed out. And as soon as somebody picked up like a hot piece of igneous rock and walked through the lock broke. So it just immediately turns into sour gas. So yeah, that was a learning experience. Not unlike all of this game. you learn something and it's like, well, I'm never doing that again. Why is my TV black? Oh, never mind. Still weird. I thought it would the app had crashed. You just drop an eggshell, buddy? Where are you going? You couldn't take that with you? Yeah, I would say stick to whatever power is working for you until you need to add. Like, you don't even, aside from the wheels, like you stop using wheels at some point. I still had like a couple of emergency wheels up. So if we ever had a power problem, I would.
You know what I am? I'm a dog chasing cars.
This setup right here used to be where our wheel was. Necro, how you doing? Return to Moria is pretty good. That's cool. I have a mod for airlocks that they don't leak gas anymore. I mean, it's kind of cheating, but yeah, I don't use mods that like change the game all that much, but I totally understand people who prefer to play that way. That's the great thing about a single player game. You can play however you want. But aside from like this is our water, so this pump needs to run. So I had a little battery here that's connected to the grid, and if we ever ran out of power, then this battery would run dry, and it would trigger the hamster wheel, at like a really high priority. So this was like the only thing that I still used wheels for a while. We had like a couple of them at like key spots where I needed power. But like you generally just get off of the hamster wheels after some time. But everything else you just kind of add and supplement. Like I still have coal. Coal power is still here. Oh shit, I swept up all my coal. This is supposed to be for our coal generators. Wait, here, stop. Don't do this. I made a mistake. Here, you can sweep that one up though. Yeah, that sucked. But yeah, we still have coal generators. I even have a little alarm that triggers whenever these coal generators kick in. Just to like, so I know, hey, we're a little low on power. But when you're using smart batteries, you can kind of set the thresholds, which kind of sets the priority. So this is set to 20%. So if our batteries ever get down to 20%, then we know we're in pretty dire straits, and we kick in the coal generators. While all the other generators are running at 50. So they top off the batteries pretty quick. Well, like I said, I started with natural gas, and then I just added hydrogen once I found those vents. And then we just recently added petroleum, and there's no reason to get rid of the others. Oh, and we got a bunch of steam turbines too. I should definitely should talk about those, right? Man, this thing is somehow staying cool. I'm impressed. Like, it's sucking up 500 degree steam and somehow not completely eliminating these turbines. Go you. You're getting hot. I wonder if the eruption cycle is like just long enough where these don't overheat and then have a chance to cool down before like the next eruption. 255 seconds every 782. Yeah, that's a pretty long off period. So I guess like they're still not heating up, you know, high enough. Why is this one so much hotter? Why is the one in the middle so much hotter? We have 49, 70, and then 57. Oh, I guess it's because it's right over the vent. So this is the one actually getting the 500 degree steam. But so is these. Like 489. These are all getting the same heat. Because we got all the temp shift plates. What's going on, Lex? Oh yeah, lava planet on the way. We're gonna teleport all the lava back here and fill in our pit again. Wouldn't that be cool? I'm assuming that like the thermium pumps could probably pump lava. Is that stupid for me to assume? Ani thermium pump. A star map is at least one tungsten volcano, so you can get a lot more thermium if you want it. Pump for radioactive waste for your reactor. Kind of annoying without thermium. Titanium geysers. It's free steel replacement. Useful in everything. It uses vanity projects, same as insulation. Probably for aqua tunas that need to be hotter than niobium, but cooler than 900. I wonder if... I don't know if it can pump magma. Local Oktoberfest was this weekend. I don't think I'll want beer for a month. I've felt that before. That's cool. How you feeling? Full-sized magma pump. Oh, I think this is using some cheesy stuff. Yeah, I think like you can get around it with like doors and stuff. I don't know. It would be cool to like pump magma into here. Seems like get too much super coolant also. Yeah, we're stocking up. I was thinking about whether I wanted to either add more storage or just add a shut off. Just like when this tank is full, just stop making super coolant. Or no, both. We could just add like one more row of storage and add a shut off that kills it once that's full. Or we can just expand the storage out this way a little bit more. Maybe that's what we'll do. I'm gonna say let's get rid of this and this. We can always move that. $160 up here. Like, we're still doing okay on heat. Start using, you have some aqua tuners that are running very often. Yeah, I was finding a couple that we could probably replace. Using it does sound like a good idea. But it's almost like once I start doing that, then what do we do? No, we're still working on that. Okay, we can't get rid of all of this. Yeah, I was waiting for the rocket to fill up so we could go out again, and it is definitely full. So, I was thinking we hit up over here first. And we try to finish off this little corner. We come back. Switch to crew. Like not even checking on our... Uh-oh, who's trapped? Oh, Turner. Turner, no. How did you get up there? Yep, made a mess. Taking a nap. Oh, he's our pilot too. We have to now we're gonna have to wait to leave. Come on, guys. Yellow alert. May is supplying both of these. We'll get you, buddy. There you go. Go on home. I guess we need access to this anyway. That was another thing I wanted to do, is like condense both of these cooling bricks into a single cooling brick. Just something in the middle here. Wouldn't mind working on that. And we could fill it with super coolant right off the bat. I don't know if Turner's going to come in here to take a nap. Or if he was going to go home first. Turner can't breathe. Oh, he is going up to the rocket. You can breathe up there. Just hopefully you get there before you pass out. Okay, hold on. Before you do anything else, take off your suit. We got oxygen in here. You're fine. I didn't want all the polluted water to get everywhere. There you go. You can breathe again. You're good, right? You take a nap in your lab cot. He's a little stressed. Is this the better tooltips? It gets rid of all the 0%. That's awesome. You can just see who's actually stressed instead of like having this gigantic list of meaningless information. Ooh, look at this fancy thing. You can eat something, buddy. You know, it's been a stressful day. Prefer it if you didn't go into whatever your stress reaction is. Binge eater. Yeah, I definitely prefer it if you didn't do that in the ship. Okay, we're good. Go take care of your shit. You know what? I'm gonna decrew him. Go get food. It's up here. I don't know what you're doing, buddy. You should be able to get to food. His stress is going up. I don't know why he's not eating. Is it just not? Access not restricted. Oh no, that's not the food. The food's like right in front of you. Also not restricted. Are you just not on the right schedule to eat right now? Where's your schedule? Just put you on vacation schedule. Oh my god. Okay, go eat. Can you not get up here or something? Is my vacation schedule just all sleep? That would be interesting. Are we not assigned to the bed? He doesn't need to be assigned to the bed if he's like the only crew in here. He should just do it himself. He's narcoleptic, so sometimes he just sleeps on the floor, but... You gonna eat that? I'm worried about you, buddy. I also would prefer it if you... improved, like, everything about yourself. Maybe it's because it's still on the ground. Let's just let you recover before we take off. We'll do that. All right. How do I cancel? There we go. All. That should let him out. Or not. He can go up here. Oh, now he's gonna take his food to go. I don't know. Dupes be duping. I'll just let him chill out for a little bit. Ooh, groupthink briefs. Getting some good drops today. No drywall? All right, where'd Turner go? There he is. He's eating again. Have I just been like letting him go up in the rocket and like he hasn't been doing anything? Because seemed to have a lot of problems in the rocket. I don't know if it was just because the rocket was still touched down, so like maybe it doesn't allow certain things at that point. Hey Kathy, how you doing? How do you spawn a geyser in debug mode? I click backspace in debug mode. Can't find geysers. I don't know if it's possible, but I have not played with geysers or debug mode like at all. So I'm really not sure. I feel like I've seen like some videos of people who like changed geysers in debug mode to like fit what they wanted. I feel like it's got to be possible. I just don't. I have no idea. I think he's just gonna spend the day on the massage table. We'll be back. Excuse me. Yeah, since we need to get up here in order to get the goodies. You know what? We'll do that instead. We just got one ladder. We need to go up here and get the copper anyway, so I need a ladder here. So if it's going to be a more permanent ladder, we'll make it out of plastic. And then just make sure that we kind of have the same thing here. Oh, nope, never mind. I don't know. Oh, you know what? It was because he was in the rocket. That's why we only had the one thing here. That's why. He was technically the only dupe we had. The interface on YouTube too, but I can't find anything under the template. I'm trying to do a blueprint of a petroleum boiler. Yeah, I wish I had like a better understanding of how debug mode worked at all. Like I've only seen videos of people like showcasing things that made it look like you can definitely spawn a geyser, but I don't even know how to turn on debug mode. I think I gotta like stick a file in the Ani folder or something, and I've just never looked at it. I feel like I've heard of other people like asking, and or like I've heard that there's like something different about geysers, that it's either harder or I don't know, like it's not as like cut and dry as just like placing a tile, which I'm not sure why, but that is just what I think I've heard. Not even a confirmation on that I've heard it. It just feels like I've heard that at some point. All right, let me know if you find anything. Because one day, I would like to play around in debug mode, maybe. What's the pressure on the CO2 brick at? Are your slicksters starving yet? No. We are at 502. This is where we were when we started today, too. So, all of our geysers are dormant right now. And we know this because of our amazing automation over here. So we are kicking in the petroleum generators occasionally. So yeah, we're still at 500 kilograms. And if we ever get down to 20 kilograms, it will start burning fuel. As likely as that seems like it would be. That was the lowest number, or the highest number I could set this Atmos sensor to. God damn, we haven't even like touched our hydrogen reserves. Natural gas went down a little bit more. Maybe we should have natural gas on like a lower priority, just because no, it needs 90 grams per second. It needs like less than hydrogen. So how are we burning more natural gas than we are hydrogen? I wonder if we're filling up literally that much off of the excess of our electrolyzers. Our SPOMs are like providing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 tanks worth of extra hydrogen. during dormancy? That's insane. %. I'm gonna let Turner settle all the way down before he goes on his little trip. Hey, Nixus. Yeah, Aquatune of the high temp water geyser could use an upgrade. Yeah, we're gonna work on that. That is one that I've already seen and feel like we could upgrade. This is basically only cooling that water now. Like it also does the those generators, the steam generators, but the turbines. But those aren't super hot anymore. Like the only heat we're generating there is from the hydrogen generators or the hydrogen vents. I probably could have deconstructed all this before I started getting rid of all the ladders. And of course you're stuck. Wait, what do you got up here? You got granite? You can build this out of granite. There we go. Hey, love, how you doing? Can't leave now. We got a meteor shower happening. Not doing too bad. Not too bad at all. Got 10 more cycles on this bad boy. And everything else has quite a ways. I think the other thing I want to do is get rid of this and then rebuild it somewhere. But yeah, this is not cooling down very quickly at all. So why don't we start working on getting something better in here? How about I empty out this loop first? The green brick. I'm thinking about it, but like the fact that they need so many different temperatures, I don't know if a green brick would work. Like at some point we just have to keep it all segregated anyway, in order to keep things at like the specific temperatures they need. That I feel like it just makes more sense to keep everything in their own little box. But I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when I get there. Not like I'm hurting for food or anything. It would be funny though. Add some green drywall, totally. We'd have to. Let's get this a little bit prioritized. I'm gonna empty out these oil, or this oil loop. And I think we can kind of deconstruct it all too, right? After it's emptied. Well then I guess we gotta empty out the actual loop too. $127. We got some time. Meow. You got an Amy. Are these guys able to get here? Yeah, we got a drop-off point right there. I'd say we should start building the pipe coming up here, but Jesus, they won't even build this stuff. Are we working on it? Anybody? Amari's coming. Okay, there we go. We finally got some people. And in the end, we got one pipe built. You'd have the brick be separated in 3 parts, one for -10, one for 20, and one for 30. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible or that I wouldn't find it to be a fun challenge or fun thing to do. I see the novelty and the utility in it. So then it just comes down to like where the priority list is, and I'd rather get like the map cleaned up and figure out like where we have space. And like I said, I did want to kind of get rid of these gigantic pits that I have for all of our water too, and that'll free up a lot of space. Like we just have a lot of space, I think, that can be freed up in this whole thing. What is going on with you? How are you? Did you get too hot? I think you got too hot. I mean, 100% you got too hot. 90-degree steam. Yeah, I know. I got a lot of old crap that I need to remove and clean up. I'm starting with the ladders, and then we'll just take care of, you know, one structure at a time until we got just the necessities. We're down to 0% stress. I think that means we can get Turner back in here. What are you doing up there, Marie? We now want to know. Here he comes. Man of the hour. Boom. All right, we ready to go? Everybody's boarded? So let's see if he like is able to do all the things after he's in space. May have just been stressed and that's why he couldn't do stuff. Okay. Okay, that is not what I expected. I understand what happened though. Wait, no, I don't want to do that either. Hold on. Hold on. No, stop. Stop, stop, stop. We need to have like a green signal here. We're just gonna keep wasting all this. We just gotta make sure that we turn this on whenever we launch the rocket. Did we just empty the batteries? Yep, sure did. I'm not going to remember that either. Is there like another automation somewhere else? Sends a green signal when a rocket is on the rocket platform, otherwise sends a red signal. That is what we got to tap into. Okay, so instead of this, like there's no way I remember that. So instead of that, we are going to go... with a NOT gate. Out of tungsten. Green signal when the rocket is ready for flight, otherwise sends a red signal. And green signal, launch rocket. Red signal, cancel rocket. All right. This should be enough. We had just set up this automation, so I didn't realize that we were going to get an immediate red signal once it launched, which makes a lot of sense. All right, Turner, you're good now, right? Soar back. Stop sleeping on the floor, maybe? Do I seriously have to assign the cot to you? Ladders at 15%. He's climbing. Oh, you were on vacation still. Let's put you back on your schedule. Yeah, no, he sits down. I think it was just because the rocket was still on the ground. Even though this said unassigned, now it's assigned to Turner, so he like automatically assigned it. Both of these. All right, you're gonna be good. Oh, we already built all that stuff? Sweet. So, now when the rocket is here, We'll get a green signal here, which will turn into a red signal, which will basically default to whatever else is coming on this wire, and this wire should send us a red signal most of the time, but once the battery is full, or once the engine's full, it should turn to red, which should flip everything. I think this will work. And then I can turn this back on, right? Or is that an OR? Yeah, this is an OR gate. Never mind. No, we don't want to turn this on. Everything will be automated. All right, do we finally empty this stuff out yet? Where are we at? All right. Kind of feels like there's so much... so much space in these things. I'm expecting to need to fill up multiples of these, and they just hold it all. This was our old loop filler. Let's kind of flip it around for now. Or is there some way we can like get it into our sorting loop? Which should be right here. Right? No, sorting loop's down here. Still gonna have to flip everything around. And we might be able to still use this pipe for the supercoolant. We just don't know yet. I don't think this is actually going to do anything, but also don't know if it's going to hurt that much. They'll redo most of those wires anyway. So give me a bridge. Going back this way. That way. That way. Looking for a fun project, right? Oh boy. What did you have in mind? That should start emptying out. Cool salt water to only -8 degrees Celsius. It'll turn to regular ice, which can turn into regular water and some brine. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Sounds way more fancy than a desalinator, right? Yeah. And a little, it almost sounds easier than like setting up a boiler. Because then you got the problem of trying to cool down the boiler again, which is, or the water again, while warming up water is generally not a difficult task. I don't know. That sounds interesting. I would need to think on it. Auto miners, some auto sweepers, dump the ice in the big water tank, which is probably hot enough with all those steam geysers. I wonder if that would be a good strategy. I don't think it would be, because you lose half of the water, right? Because mining a block gets you half of the volume. So I would think you'd have to like cool it down to the whatever point and then heat it up there. Like you'd have to melt the ice blocks if you wanted to get like a full output out of it. Like just off the top of my head, that's what I'm thinking about. Like, so it'd be a little bit more complex because you'd have to go through the process of should I just use this pipe? I guess both of these pipes go to where we need it. Just gotta flip around all the bridges again. And then this was another loop that needs to be emptied. Look at this, we're doing some pipe cleanup. Yeah, I'm thinking if I was gonna do that, we'd have to kind of come up with some way where we could freeze the water, and then kind of like switch directions and let in a bunch of heat, and then like cool down that place again. And I think if we were able to make it a small enough chamber where we're only freezing a couple blocks at a time, that might not be a terribly hard thing to kind of like flip back and forth. Not like we have to heat it up too much. I don't know. It does sound like a fun project. I'll give you that. Just use the 95-degree salt water to melt the ice. Right. Yeah, we can like freeze a bunch of it, and then when we find like the temperature adequate in that chamber, we just dump a bunch of the hot stuff on top of it, and probably equalizes into like a nice 30-degree output. Not a bad plan in theory. I know like all of my theories work out wonderfully, and there's never a hiccup in any of those plans. I do feel like it almost seems like something I'd have to work on in like a sandbox mode just to see if it would even work. I don't think I've ever seen that. You know? So I don't know if that's going to be a fun project for today or not. We're going to try to keep an eye on our spaceship so I don't forget about him and he's just like sitting here forever. You also have enough salt. I don't think I'm short on salt. Salt. We have 786 tons of salt right now. Hey, you say I get a little bit of brine out of that too? So we'd have to like filter the output as well. Does brine just have to be cooled down more? Or I guess brine has brine ice. Is there no saltwater ice? Freezing point 7.5. And evaporation point 99. Whereas brine turns into brine ice. Freezing point, negative 22.5. That's why, because the freezing point of brine is so much lower. Huh. Very interesting. We do not have a lot of salt water coming back into our desalinator right now. We might want to reattach our brine. Well, that's not what I want. What? Oh, this is the input. Okay, never mind. It just happened at the same time. I thought they were the same thing. Oh, this is getting salt and brine. I guess we got some salt water in here. Somehow? Yeah. Alright, how's this thing doing? Are we empty yet? Ooh, almost. Once it crosses this threshold, we can cut the pipe and... Or, yeah, we can jump back over this. And then we'll just use this pipe to feed all of our supercoolant into. So we go up. Deconstruct that. Deconstruct that. Nope, not that one. Wrong one. Deconstruct that. You know, I'm almost thinking about... I considered it. Before stream, I was just kind of like looking at some of the workshop. And I saw a flip bridge mod. And it just feels like something that I would do so... it would be so useful. To so many people, too. It almost feels like... It feels like the snipper tools. That, like, just feel way OP. But... If it was a vanilla feature, I would use it in a heartbeat. Hey, this connects right to the loop that we need, too. So that's kind of perfect. Those guys go up that way. You go that way. You're doing... Oh, I thought they were doing the wrong one. The little particles look like they were on the other one. Here's how well those turbines are going to hold up once the hydrogen starts creating hot hydrogen. I don't know. I was thinking about that as well, but I think I'm just going to like let it do its thing and we'll see. We do have a little bit more space. If we put one of the thinner locks here, we can use this space and squeeze in one more turbine. And I don't even think it would be really that hard. So if we need to add one more turbine, I think we can do it. Like, I'd like to still keep the 2 aqua tuners here, so... Alright, so that should be all good. Do we have like everything we want out of this loop? I don't know if I want to like count or we just want to like let it fill. I think we just let it fill, right? How's the petroleum cooling come along at 30% mark yet? I have not checked it. Excuse me. We do have temp shift plates throughout, so the temperature should remain steady through the whole chamber. Just depends on how much heat our aqua tuners are going to give off. We got lower. We're at 25 degrees for our petroleum over here. Holy Jesus. That is some cold ass gas. And this entire area isn't beet red anymore. We still got some red over here, but we're not cooling that. But this is like an orange place. 80 degrees. Spots of 30. Yep, this is doing well. And these guys are still running 45 degrees. Yeah, we probably could use some more radiant pipes. I should run some of it up here too, just to kind of like chill out that area. But I was kind of waiting for a little bit more chill in the rest of this area. Yeah. That was effective, I guess. To say the least. What are you just standing here for, guys? Hmm? You guys not able to move or something, or are you just not busy? Yeah, you guys can move. Okay. So this should be fine. I don't know why we went up here. Just gonna rework a bunch of these pipes. Only all that pesky CO2 was cooled to a nice and comfortable negative 48 degrees. Oh, then all our slicksters would die. That's what would happen if only that was the case. Why you gotta be killing my slicksters? I think I had a delusion that the insulated pipes running on top of the turbines, because this was, I think, one of the first setups we did. And I think I had some weird delusion that, like, if I run the pipes on top, the water won't heat up, even though it's in insulated pipes. But the insulation is quite good. Okay, we're gonna go with like two on each of these. Also, no reason to not just go straight across. Make this nice and clean. Except we're on the wrong sides with these, aren't we? This is going this way, so we have this one as our input. So we want to jump over here. This is going to be our output. All right, much simpler loop. Let's get some super coolant in here. I'm just gonna let it flood the line. We already got one output pipe right here that we can just connect straight to. Oops. Hey, look at that. No drywall today. How nice is that? We get all outfits? What was the second one we got? I think we got all outfits. Might just deconstruct that so I can start filling this. Yeah, just walk right by it. That's fine too. You know, whatever. Thank you. You guys do all this already? Nope. I looked it over here. I'm like, oh, look at this. It's all clean and look ready to go. Not so much. They're getting there. Let's see. Let's get like this and this done. All those extra deconstruct jobs we kind of don't really need. More vanity stuff. This bridge we need. Oh yeah, this guy's dormant. This is like the perfect time to do this. I was kind of worried about this heating up too much while we were working, but start deconstructing some of the old glass forge as well. Seems almost like a monument. Yeah, I wanted to work on that. That blue box. But it looks so pretty. Like it almost feels sad to cut it down. Oops, nope. This line is doing nothing. So
I wonder if it's edible.
Hey, Arrow. What's up? Happy Monday. You actually didn't need this one, did we? Nope. Okay, I think the loop is done. It's gonna take a while to fill, but how far to go? Rocket has a breathability alert. You always warned me about that, but like, still at 18 grams. Oh, did I forget to take off your suit? Oh my god, I did. How long has he been like that? Hey, Holy Church of Monday, how you doing? Lex, if you're gonna warn me about breathability alerts, you're gonna have to do it quicker than that. He's probably been unable to breathe for days. I still feel like we're not going to get the top and bottom here. It really sucks. Because that's 9 tiles, so we got to come back after we get there. Yeah, I don't know why I said hi to you. I keep forgetting you have 17 accounts on YouTube. See how pretty the blue box is? Like, to deconstruct it just feels bad. But it is already deconstructed from like power and everything else. It is a relic. It is just sitting here. And probably when I start reworking our water tanks, they might be one of the first things that goes, just because it's kind of in the middle of everything. Make a bigger blue box for the metal volcanoes. I could do that. What's the difference in steel? And we got 54 in 0.49 to thermal conductivity is 100 on cobalt and 0.42. Cobalt actually is a better cooler. How do we have a cobalt volcano, but we only have 17 tons of cobalt? Seems bad. Like, right? I mean, I guess we've never refined cobalt manually, so I suppose it's not really that bad. Man, I love these timers. I'm going to say that every single time I see them. They're so nice. I'm just so happy with them. Like, just how well they're working. Love it. Love it. For like my first project to use these counter automations, that this is nice. Yeah, maybe we will do that though. Maybe I'll make I'll make like the big blue box right here, and that's where we'll shuffle our cobalt and copper. Just make the box big enough to support both. And we'll have a single exit point, which frees up a lot of room underneath. Going to be a little bit of a project to kind of like reroute all the pipes and everything, but it shouldn't be too bad. Actually, it shouldn't be bad at all. Like, we just build the new box, give it its own aqua tuner. Wait, do we need it's two steam turbines per aqua tuner with supercoolant? Is that the ratio? Or is it 3? $1.5 per aqua tuner. I mean, if we're making a new block, it's not really a huge deal to slap on an extra turbine. Yeah, we'll add that to the list of things that I won't keep track of. And I'll forget that I want to do. Sounds like a great plan. Okay. Where did we go wrong? So we got going this way. We go to here. What's wrong with this? Oh, I disconnected it from here. Right. I remember doing that now. So then we got three turbines for the aqua tuners, and then like pretty much one extra aqua tuner for the turbine for the hydrogen. Might work. Might be enough. We'll see. Okay, all filled up. Understand we probably don't need to do anything else to this loop again. And we'll just be happy if this cools down our water a lot nicer. I think what 20 degrees is. Oh no, it doesn't matter, but we don't want this to get so cold. Carries with a small amount of radiant pipes is enough to get rid of the chill. Yeah, I don't know. But like if we're not getting rid of all the chill, the coolant stays cold, so it uses less power, and you know, it'll get rid of more chill on the next pass, you know? I feel like it'll just take longer, but I don't know if it's going to be a problem. How do we get an air bubble right here now? Find the weirdest places to put air bubbles. Let's just like sweep this up and then I can close this off. Excuse me. I think the kiddos are sleeping in the same room again. Day 1 went pretty well. And day 2 did not. Not at all. So the littlest one did not sleep in the eldest one's room that night, and then we just didn't even try day 3. I don't even think we tried day 4 either. So we tried again today. And it was like a little bit of a struggle, but once they both got to sleep, they're fine. Our eldest just feels like she has like so much anxiety about going to bed. I don't know if it's just FOMO or what. It's just like she didn't get a nap today too, so she was overtired. So she just like does everything in her power to not go to bed. She fights it so much. And I'm pretty sure that's the way I was as a kid. So, I mean, I can't really even fault her. Saltwater's at 64. I always hated going to bed because it took me ages to fall asleep. Was that because of like the ADHD or? Because like I also know that is a, you know, a problem that comes with ADHD, and I feel like I'm fairly certain she has it, so like I can't get mad at her for that either. Like shit, it's taken me long enough to like kind of figure out what to do in order to like get sleep, especially in like my weird schedule. The funny psychological problem with that connection, the ADHD sleep connection, or like a more personal one. So we got cooling coming in at 43. Or 40-ish. Reaching our box around 27. I think that's just going to take a little bit of time. You're still disagreeing if ADHD causes sleepiness or if the sleepiness causes the ADHD symptoms. Yeah. I have heard that. I'm not sure which one I would. It's kind of like the same as the autism and ADHD link. Is like there's not a lot of like agreement on whether ADHD symptoms just like look like autism in some cases or vice versa. Well, like for the most part, people just say like you're pretty likely to have ADHD if you have autism, and I was at least able to like not get super frustrated with her today. Like we were out and like she had a cousin's birthday party at Build-A-Bear, which was like she picked out a bear and or a bunny. She picked out a bunny. She has so many bunnies. She wanted another bunny. So she picked out a bunny and like everything was going fine. And then as soon as like one of the kids, one of her cousins started getting their bear or whatever stuffed animal they had filled at the big ass machine that isn't even really that loud, but like as soon as it started, it like she immediately got scared. And not even so much at the machine, just like she didn't want her bunny anymore. Like seeing how the bunny was made, she like every time we tried to give it to her, she would just like kind of hide and then say, please don't give it to me. And we're like, okay, we won't give it to you. Like, don't put it in my room. I'm like, okay, it'll just be right here if you want to play with it at some point. Pretty cute bunny. She still picked out like the clothes and shoes for it and everything. She just didn't want to hold it, and she didn't want to touch it. She didn't want it when she got home. She didn't want anything to do with it. Like after she saw how the bread was made. My parents just started giving me melatonin after some discussion with their GP. Lex isn't in the US. Melatonin is a pretty tame pill to take. I take it every once in a while. Yeah, you can get melatonin anywhere. Like I just got a bottle every so any time that I feel like I might have some issues getting sleep. And I also have X amount of time. Like if I can see that there is 8 hours between, you know, whenever I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep and when I have to wake up, then I'll pop one, just because like I feel like it'll knock me out and I'll be able to sleep through the night, which works out because that's not very often. It's not, and you're not supposed to like stay on melatonin for a prolonged period of time. Like you're supposed to kind of cycle on and off. So I feel like it just works out perfectly for me. Like every once in a while, I'll just take one, get a pretty decent sleep, and then just until the next time. You can't get melatonin here without a prescription. Yeah, I mean, you can just buy it on Amazon. I'm pretty sure that's where I got mine. Here anyway. I think what is it, like 5 milligrams or something like that. I think it's a pretty low dose, but it's enough for me to feel the effects like the next morning. If I don't get like that full 8 hours of sleep, I'm groggy as shit. Like it takes a lot out of me. So I have to plan it accordingly. I have to like plan it so that I know I'm going to be able to get 8 hours of sleep. Otherwise, I will not feel well in the morning. A neurological disorder causing your natural sleep cycle to lag 4 hours behind anyway. Most doctors agree it's safe to use, right? It's got its uses. Everything does. Yeah, we already dropped 4 degrees at the salt water, like right on top of the geyser. And that is just going to speed up as time goes. And I think we're getting rid of the chill pretty quickly. Oh, never mind. Let's see, what do we get back to? We only get rid of about 20 degrees of the chill. Because it's like 12 degrees here and 32 here. So it's not a crazy amount. It's going to take longer, but it'll be fine. There's another loop that we have switched over. What's next? Check out our space. Oh boy. Exploded gas giant, helium cloud, and radioactive gas cloud. Now, of course, we got this one tile here. No, I don't have any aluminum. How you doing, Addy Rocks? This is still our starter asteroid. I'm sure I could find some somewhere. We haven't touched down anywhere yet. I'm doing good. Oh yeah, I did want to extend this, right? I need to like redirect this back into. Why did only that one pipe not fill? Well, I guess if we're gonna build more, this is kind of where we want it, right? $25 should be enough, right? Yeah, I actually just looked at cobalt versus steel, because we had this ancient relic of our gas forge or our glass forge, made out of cobalt, and I'm like, I can't destroy this. This is too pretty. And then I was thinking about making a full one for our volcanoes, like a bigger one, and I checked out the properties on steel. And then checked out the properties on cobalt, and it's like twice as good. So we have a cobalt volcano too. So I think I'm gonna make just like a big brick over here for cooling both of these volcanoes, or at least the output. That's the idea anyway. And check for aluminum. Let's see. I'll check for aluminum. It's going to be like 7,000, isn't it? Aluminum. Then we have like a thermal conductivity is 205. That's double cobalt. Damn. And heat capacity is also double. That is pretty damn good. Where can I find aluminum? Any of these like big ass asteroids that I should be looking at? See, we got like one tile here and one tile here. That sucks. I guess I can go one down and that'll get that one. And then we'll go home. It's going to be annoying to try to get that last one. What are those counters next to your volcano? Why, I would love to tell you, because I am in love with them. These are dormancy counters. I have 4 geysers, natural gas, two natural gas and 2 hydrogen that I use for power. And instead of going to each one to check to see if they were dormant when I was having power problems, I decided to make a little counter system. So as soon as they're basically counting the cycles since the last eruption. So all of our geysers are dormant right now. So they all have numbers that are greater than 1. And up here, I just manually set some counters that are roughly the dormancy period. So like this one is, it should almost be ready to erupt again. And the rest of these are a little far off. But I fucking love it. It's so nice. It's so nice. I never played around with the geotuners or anything either. So like this was all new territory. Never done anything with signal counters. And I'm in love with this every time I see it. Every time. Every time I see it. The simplest thing, and I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever built. I think, you know, you can play with Pixel Pack for more representation. I haven't done a lot with Pixel Pack at all. The only thing, which is dumb, the only thing I did was I built a water gauge over here. So like, it doesn't feel like I did much, but yeah, there might be a cooler way to represent some things. And if I could figure out some way to like maybe calculate the math on the geotuner, so like maybe I can have it actually count down from like how long it's supposed to be dormant or something, that would be cool too. But like, it's a pretty basic and like easy to do setup, so I just kind of left it at the most basic iteration. But I still love it, and it just helps because I would every time, you know, go to each geyser and check them to see how long they had to come back, and they're kind of scattered around the map, so it took a few seconds, but now I can just go to one spot. Instead of a gauge, you can connect to a different temp sensor. Changes color according to the temp of the pool. That could be cool too. That would be neat. I would need a bunch of temp sensors, like a temp sensor for each kind of range of temperature I was looking to denote, right? That would still be cool. Yeah, I haven't played around with a lot of like the cosmetic automation stuff, so there's still a lot for me to learn about them. I'm gonna just keep on checking this and being surprised. We dropped another 4 degrees. It does feel like it's happening faster. The big test is going to be once we start erupting again and adding, you know, the 90 degree water to it again. That is where we're going to test its might. We got our iron volcano over here. Are you dormant too? Jesus, everything's dormant. Everything's on the same cycle. And I'm pretty sure this automation should work again as soon as we land. It should trigger all the batteries to dump into the rocket. And then hopefully we don't have the problem where we take off and the batteries dump again. Because that was an oversight on my part. All right. What next? Oh, these all got built already. Shit. I think it's because we have this. If I deconstruct this, then everything should start flowing again. It's got like 2 inputs going the opposite direction, so 99% sure that is why it's struggling there. Yeah, they need an output too. Yeah, see, it's already flowing. We just needed... I guess it probably isn't the best idea to have, to go into like this one though. How about we just go over to the front. If I want to like stop production when this gets full, I don't want to like start filling this one up already. Couple more. Thank you. Come on, guys. Last one. Then I can just let this be, and it'll finish eventually. There you go. Alrighty. What's next? What's next? There's always a next. Good. Enable this again just to try to cool down this steam. We're not adding any more heat here, so I think we should be able to turn this back into water. Sunken Land doesn't seem bad. You might like Cryofall also. And Strange Brigade is a no-brainer shoot 'em up to pass time. You've been trying some new stuff, huh? I heard Cryofall is a lot better with other people. But I heard that a long time ago, so I don't know if like things have changed. Feels like that's been out for years. Probably, right? Haven't tried the rest of them though, or haven't really heard of the rest of them. Sunken Land, I think I did. I think I've seen it. Is Sunken Land the one that Josh did a video on recently? might as well connect this back to our grid. Get some of that power. This isn't going to work anyway, so who cares? It's cooling down already. If I can turn that back into water, then we can crack it open and start dismantling it. We don't really need that anymore. Still 157. You're like $2 to $3 a piece, so I splurged. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, this is cooling down a little bit because we're still crushing steam here. Ooh, we're down to less than a kilo, or almost less than a kilo per tile, which is weird. You'd think we started the day with like 9.5 kilos. I don't even know why I'm crushing the steam in there. I just wanna. Like, I'm not under any delusion that it's gonna end up vacuuming it out or anything. It's just like, there was so much steam in there. I think the thing that's gonna throw me off the most when I start a new colony, whenever that might be, is the frames. The frames are gonna throw me off the most. I'm pretty sure I saw somebody like I saw a YouTube video, somebody playing like an earlier game, like first dozen or two cycles, and like everything just runs so smooth. That's gonna be weird. Not rocking along on 13 frames per second is just gonna feel weird. What was this thing doing? Oh, this is what we were chilling. Water's at 3.7 degrees. What are we waiting for? We just have no output? Oh, we've been cooling this down forever and we don't even have any output. Why did we do that? Okay, where's this gonna go? That was going up. This is coming down. I think I just like completely forgot about that thing. Why do we stop dumping water in here though? It looks like we're fairly... Oh, because it's coming from our steam vent. Gotcha. So we may want to dump our salt water in here too. We get like just a cooling loop that's just for cooling this down. And then we just dump it into our sorting loop or something. I think that was kind of the idea originally. Finally heat up the steam brick again with all those aqua tuners. Like all the aqua tuners on our map. That would definitely heat something up. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I got it. I just didn't read that high. one message first. At what point are you just going to make a big tank water cooler? That was kind of what this was supposed to be. And I think I just never got around to finishing it. Because really we could just hook into one pipe further down, and that'll be our sorting. That's our sorting line. So then we can do saltwater and you know. This water's already 3 degrees. Actually surprised it didn't get lower than that. Oh, nope, because we got this set at 4. It's working as intended. Should I try to like just send this stuff back in there or what? We're at 47. It is getting cooler. We're set to 40. Is this what we're taking water from, and this is completely broken anyway? We would have to block this in order to get in here. All the pipes broke. Oh, because the water inside was stagnant, right? Must be. Wait, no, we don't even have to worry about that. These are insignificant pipes. None of this I need to worry about. I could still block it just so I can get in here and fix it, I guess. You were ambient cooling the geyser at some point. Yeah, I don't remember what I was doing here. I think I just like let it over pressurize forever ago, and I thought, hey, we should get some of this water out of here. And now we're not even doing that because this is just over pressurized and it's all steam. So even though the steam is 96 degrees, it apparently is not turning into water very well. So I think we do have to do something in here. Like get a cooling loop of some sort. If I do something like that. Build a temporary ladder going down the side here. That going to be enough to block this? Rocket's idle. Look at how happy he is. You want to put him back to work? All right, we got this whole thing. We can head on home. 8 tiles. Yeah, we're just going to go home. Safe travels. Not any liquid. Give me some petroleum. On her way, Amari. She just left. You realize in the fact that one of the first asteroid fields had the full arena in it? Imagine still looking for it. It wasn't one of the first. We had gone all the way over here first. And I thought this one, because it was glimmering, was the original one. And then we had gone all the way down here first. And then we had also like researched this or observed this whole area, and we had like one question mark here and one question mark down here, and we like rolled the dice on which one to look for first. And it happened to be the one. I'm more just surprised at how little you need. Like that's the shocking point. For how OP super cool it is, I don't think I need to go back to that asteroid again for a very, very, very long time. Like, we got 2 kilos out of it. It's not a lot. But we still have not kilos, tons. We got 2 tons of it, and we still have 1.4 tons after filling up half of these 25 storage containers. It's crazy how little you need. You just like sprinkle it in. Ooh, down to 43. We're gonna start pumping again. Actually, we are pumping. Oh no, he's always pumping. Always pumping. Where's the... Okay, yeah, we redirect whenever this is less than 40. Right. Disabled by automation grid. Hydro sensor. What are we disabled by? If it's above 200, why would I ever do below? Dum-dum. I mean, we wouldn't be able to... Oh, shit. Nope, we don't want to do that. Damn it. Somehow we got like 2 little blobs of salt water in here. No, don't go up there. God damn it. You good now? And then I think I am gonna have this go into our sorting, just so that like we can deal with any salt water that's in here, and if we feel like starting to dump salt water in here, that is a-okay too. So we're gonna need to deconstruct that bridge. And I guess we're gonna want to build one here. Oop, that is the wrong way. Because of course it is. Where's this going? To nowhere. All right. Where was it going? Oh, this was feeding our... Yeah. We don't need this. We don't need this at all. This was feeding our berry slush farm, which we're not really using at all anymore. We will reconstruct it at another time. TM. It was the priority too. That's probably why we were running out of so much water. That is not great. So we'll just do like that. And we go onto there. And that should go all the way around to our sorting loop, which will sort out salt water if we have it in there. Everything else will go into our normal water tank. Cool. Do we want to get rid of this yet? Where the hell are you going? Oh, we were getting everything out of here. I see. I don't think we need that. Probably okay to get rid of most of it. Whatever you can deconstruct, just cancel the rest. You built the... Yep, we built it. Good job. More water is coming in now. Oh, whoops. How much petroleum do we think we dropped here? This whole thing has to be petroleum, right? Yeah. Did we get any in the water? Somehow. Oh, we got a wall there. That's why. Whoopsie. 28 kilograms here. We dumped plenty. So if I get rid of you, should be good. Eccentric Waste, how you doing? This stream title definitely seems accurate to my games too. Yeah. I had clickbait titles for so long about going to space, and now we're kind of in space, so I just don't know anymore. We're just whatever I think about doing. I think we would just deconstruct this and this, right? That should let them in. And I just want to put some radiant pipes in here so that we can start cooling this down at some point. I'm doing pretty good. Good to hear you're doing all right. There you go. Clock's doing great. So let's just do like... make a line here. Yeah, we'll even go behind the the geyser with it. And I think like that much cooling should be enough. Wherever we decide to pull our cooling from. But I can set this up now so that I'm ready. I did say I was doing well. And I said it's nice that you're doing well. It's getting nice and cool in here now. You just need some dupe heat transfer. Should I do a little bit of automation to collect the water too? I think having some water in here might help. Do like a 200 kilos thing. Then we don't have to worry about all these silly broken pipes. Hey Tio, how you doing? Are you pumping oil with that pump too? No, there's no oil in here. At least there shouldn't be oil in here. I've noticed there's a lot of like, it looks like black liquid when it's on the ground, but it's not. I don't know why that is, but it seems like just a visual thing. Maybe it's a very small amount of liquid that shows up. It appears to be oil. Yeah, I just started ignoring it. So like one time I am going to start pumping oil and it's not going to notice for a very long time. Maybe like 200 kilos. Let some water store in here. I do guess we got to make some more ladders so we can finish building. Then we'll open that up and we can work on the cooling loop at some point. Is this cool, Steam? Yeah, it is. We might not need to like actually actively cool this, but like just in case, set it up so I don't need to break in here again. Cheers. Well, steam turbine puts out a lot of energy. You must cool it down if you want to get all the water out. Yeah, that's a big if. Why does it cost more points for hydration than it does for a picture of a kitten? Because it's a picture of my kittens. Of course it costs more. I don't want to drink water. That was a ridiculous question. See how much better that is? Some adds so much water that it isn't worth the time. Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel about this map. Even though we're still running into water issues occasionally. That's just my mismanagement of said water. But we got plenty. I had to deconstruct all those things that were broken, so I figured might as well set up a little loop in case we want to hook it up to cooling later. Actually, we should probably get in here and like deconstruct these ladders and stuff too. Yeah, hold on. Never mind, hold on. We're gonna do one more thing. These ladders, and then you got this power line right here. Gotta get rid of that too. There's an idle guy. I don't know if idle or stuck. I don't see idle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We lost our liquid lock. That is totally gonna break. Please don't lose any more. Go quick. Go quick. Do all the things quick. We have 33 grams of water here, and it's still holding. Come on, everybody, quick. We need to go quick. No, don't go away yet. I'm waiting too long. .2 cycles. Feel like we might be okay until this erupts. So we may be able to get like everything swept up. It's gonna happen just before I'm done. Obviously. I don't know why the lock fell this time. The water pushed it out or something. There's some extra water there. Yeah, it's only 70 degrees. Not really in any danger yet. Oh god, this is gonna erupt in 16 seconds though. Alright, we need like a red alert. Build this now. I almost locked Josh in there. Come on, guys. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Rowan. Thank you. Whew. It's close. He's over pressure. I didn't have to worry about anything. All right, crisis averted. Now, do I want to take cooling from, like, this guy? I feel like that would be one of the easier things to do. He's sitting at 3 degrees right now. So he's got cooling to spare. And this actually feeds into this, so it kind of seems symbiotic. And we can always fill this with super cooling later. So we're gonna want to come down this way. As soon as we start putting some cool into here, we're gonna get the pressure down, so that's kind of all I care about. We'll come in here and exit here. I guess that'll just move eventually, but kind of need it to move now. So empty it we will. I know they're working on it, but work on it faster. And let's see where our... Can I use this pipe maybe? Sorta. Hi again, Nixus. I think I can go this way. I think that will get me some polluted water down this way. And then we have this pipe also connected to there. So what am I doing with that? I think I'm just using this pipe then. Yeah. Ship can land. Land here. Hey, no! Alright. We need a buffer. Apparently, it decides that there's a rocket here if it's on its way. That's good. Always good to get money back. Let's do... So we need this to wait for X amount of seconds before it sends the right signal.
Playing a game, but felt he
I can help you figure out what to work on. Settle another asteroid. That seems
He
preposterous.
didn't know, and it freaked him out.
The green signal the input received is green signal. Continues sending a green signal for that amount. So filter gate. That's what we need. We're going to wait like 20 seconds. I don't think it takes that long, but I also don't think that we don't need an urgent, immediate injection of rad bolts. We'll just make this out of tungsten. And just snip that in the middle. No problem. Good to see you, Rob. Filter. I'm going to say 20 seconds. I don't think it takes that long for a rocket to land, but it should give us plenty of time to land before we waste half of our batteries just firing at nothing. So we might have been able to make another diamond out of that. All right, and then we just got to finish this guy, which I believe we just want to snip that. And that should send everything into our cooling loop for now. By the way, what's on the schedule this week? I noticed there haven't been schedules posted in some time. Yeah, I got like, I don't know. I was in a groove with the schedule thing, and then like I didn't do a schedule for a couple weeks. I'm like, I kind of like this, like not having the whole week planned out ahead of me. Which I also liked having the whole week planned out ahead of me too. So I don't know which way I'm gonna go, whether I'm gonna continue to not do schedules or not, but I think for the most part we're probably just gonna be playing Ani and City Skylines. There's a couple things that I still want to do, but I don't know if I'm gonna do them this week. I don't know the schedule of any streamer, to be honest. I mean, you know, like my time schedule, right? Like, that has remained consistent for years. We're mostly consistent. Like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 2 a.m. Like, you should expect to see me. You just might not know what I'm playing. So then if we reconnect this, then it starts flowing again. Sweet. I'm gonna make a schedule on by polls. On Thursday, I vote for doing my financial administration. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. It sounds fun. Okay, so now this should start flashing steam. No, it's a vacuum already, so we've already deleted all the steam. That did not take long. Somehow the shift plates are still 100 degrees. Oh, because it's a vacuum, so we're not transferring any heat yet. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'm gonna assume that as soon as it starts erupting, though, it should like immediately start flashing. We got 79 seconds plus whatever the save takes, so like 3 minutes. Here's the extra ladder. Yeah, look at that rain. And then just little spurts of water come out. That's fine. But we haven't been capturing anything from this thing for a very long time. It's been overpressurized. And the water's at 82, so this should also cool it down. This would be another thing where I would not mind switching this loop to supercoolant, but I would just be afraid of how much, like, needing another turbine here. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but like I'd have to crack this apart and add another turbine. Or we could just hope for the best. I don't mind living on a prayer. So we're coming in at 10 and we're leaving at 26. Which isn't terrible. But it is our first visit, so we're getting less cooling in this loop, which is like cooling the actual water to output. So super coolant would be nice. Just for the volume. This doesn't have to be closed. I don't know why this is closed. I guess just because we want to keep the heat in here or the cool in here, whichever we have. We'll keep an eye on it. I feel like the polluted water is going to work fine for a while. We got a little bit of extra water coming in now. And this goes in here. And then we got... This is our output pipe of water. Going up this way. That's why that one's getting blocked. And then this is our desalinated water. At least we got some storage containers of water again. That is very nice. Hey, we got a volcano erupting again, or one of our geysers. Look at that. The timer worked perfectly. And we should have this one back in about a cycle or two. Ugh. Can I say it again? I love these timers. I love them. They're amazing. Are we all done with all these things here? I would not mind connecting that there. Cooling threshold on the petrol set too, something like 20. I don't remember. I think it's, if I was smart, it would be like that. Yeah. I can't guarantee that that is what I did. I mean, there's a lot of times where I just set things way too low because I feel like it. So you guys are set to -40. So yeah, just about 20. I think this was one of the, I don't believe we're ever going to hit that mark kind of things. Like everything was so hot over here that like there's no way we ever get this low. So we'll just cool it till you can't. Yeah, maybe 20 is a good spot here. The petroleum is 11 degrees right now. There we go. And I think then we can work on the automation here. I'm just going to turn off the forge if we fill up this last tank. I think that's a fair automation. We need a NOT gate, right? Since green signal in reservoir is less than the low threshold. Oh no, we don't need a NOT gate at all. This is just a straight up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we can reach that. Wait, I don't want to build all this out of tungsten. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm building it out of. Hold up. Yep, sure was. Okay. And we'll set this guy to since rent signal when reservoir is full. Yeah, we'll just do 100% is fine. Maybe we want like 90. Because we got to clear out that pipe. Yeah, we'll say 90%. Give it enough time to like clear the pipe. And low threshold, we'll just start making it again when we empty the tank. Sounds good to me. The only problem we're going to have is when if we need to like fill something else, we take it out of like a different tank. No, that would be stupid. That would be dumb. Yeah, the only problem we might have is if we like kind of take this pipe a long distance to fill up another loop and then we bring that all back and try to inject it back into this last tank or the first one, whatever. We might have some issues there. I don't think it'll be a bad issue. So it's a good problem to have. Of course, they're doing like everything but the parts that I need them to do. Although it's gonna... No, I needed to send a green signal, so... I do need this side filled up. Because if they build that, which they're gonna do right now... Or what? It's gonna immediately disable it. If this gets built first. Is that how they activate this machine? They just stand there and look all super proud? Just like, look at me. Oh, making some super coolant. I punched some buttons. Still 1.3 tons of fullerene. We're going to get 25 of these bins filled and maybe we'll go through like the first ton of our fullerene. Nah, we'll probably be down like to 500 kilograms or something like that. Something still manageable. I think if they try to balance out supercoolant in any way at all, that is what they need to do, is make it cost more. Fullerene. Just like increase the amount of fullerene you need, because I don't think I should have been able to make this much out of one trip to that asteroid. I don't know. It's my first experience with supercoolant though, so maybe like some more experienced players might say that would just be annoying if you had to make like multiple trips for it, but It just feels like it just lasts forever. And once you got to space, the game is just like, fine, have it. Yeah. I get that. Speaking of space, we got a full rocket here, which in turn has started filling up our batteries. We got Quinn needlessly using the hamster wheel here. Build up, build up. I think we can go. So what have not we checked out yet? We're gonna have to do multiple trips to this side. So I guess we'll just go straight out this way first. Crew it up. Whenever you're ready, Turner. Beautiful. Launch. And our automation actually works this time, so we're not discharging our batteries as soon as we leave. And then hopefully the buffer or the filter gate, I'm going to do 30 seconds just to like be safer. Even though 20 is probably way more than enough. I just didn't know that it would activate as soon as a rocket was queued to land here. So our next landing should go much smoother. I'm going to need you guys to move these right away. Should move the Draco eggs too. We have 2 move here's. Says 2 are pending move. Move you into... there. Oh, we already dropped it off. Cool. Looks like we already dropped off one of the larva eggs too. Nice. See if they get confused by the 2 move here's on the same tile. Or maybe they didn't. There we go. One larva egg. Okie doke. Did I forget to... No, we didn't actually mine anything, so we didn't have an artifact. I almost forgot about the artifact before we left. 29 degrees. And it's not changing, but we are going in a lot hotter than we were before. I wonder if this would work better if this was vacuumed out. You technically just like disable the output until we fill up completely. Just like let out a little bit of oxygen. That way we're not actually exchanging heat with the oxygen, like just the water. I don't know if the oxygen's helping. $20 seconds. Let's see how fast this temp shift plate changes temperature. Not at all. Apparently. Still 101 degree, 101.3. Huh. I guess the ones that the pipes are actually rolling over are changing a little bit. Not much though. Kind of expected it to drop pretty rapidly. Woo! 2 non-dormancies. It didn't even matter because we're using petroleum so much more. So we didn't even burn through our entire reserves. This is going well. Definitely well. And our gas line we're not really using anymore, so that's why that is inactive. All right, let's deconstruct some more ladders. I think this is one thing that we got to focus on a little bit. I want to get this done. And I keep saying that. I mean, I got to babysit them a little bit when we just got to do one row at a time. We should be able to sweep you, right?
Don't you ever sleep?
Not at night. You've escaped your notice, genius, but that's when stars have rather better things to do.
Think the kids are up for the day? They better not be. Why? What happened? Everything. I was just talking about how everything was going all right. Don't need to mop you. She's just excited that her sister's in the room and can't go back to sleep now. Check the window, see if it was nighttime still. Now they're both sitting in their beds. Oh boy. Does still look dark outside, right? Like maybe she understands that it's still nighttime, so it's not time to wake up. I mean, it's kind of nice. It's also kind of sucks that is her alarm clock. I hope they're not making noise. Or you didn't check outside. I would imagine it's still dark out. Oh, you're in the room with them now. Ah. Now I see. Excuse me. You could probably wrap up pretty soon and help with them while you go back to sleep. Mostly just clean up jobs right now, so not doing anything too exciting. Yeah. Probably. That's what I meant. Like, she's probably just excited that her sister's in the room and it's all new. They'll figure it out sometime. Look at all this nice open space for a chillin' block. At some point. Maybe use the thermal or nullifier and just kind of like let it leak its cold into the air. Ooh, excuse me. I do want to work on like my own relay bot for like sending Twitch to YouTube and vice versa. I'm just like so disappointed that it's polling instead of like any sort of push server. I just don't get like for chat. Somehow they think that their little like calculated refresh timer is good enough, I guess. Somehow that makes it more performant. I don't know. Feels weird. Definitely feels weird. But I'll probably still work on it, just like to do something cool with the YouTube API and just like see how much of the quota we hit. I feel like sending messages to YouTube is gonna probably hit us the hardest. This YouTube chat's pretty dead, so god damn it, why do we get rid of that second one? So the polling rate is probably going to be really far behind, I think, on the YouTube chat until we start sending messages, which maybe if we're sending the messages, then YouTube doesn't adjust the polling rate. Like they don't count it as like live chat or something, because like it's a bot chat or something. I wonder if that's something. I'll have to test it out. I'm curious to see how well it works. Apparently Nightbot, I guess, is on YouTube and isn't totally affected by the quota limits, so we got one signal left for this guy, or one cycle. And get rid of that one first so we can sweep up that corner. The biggest pain in the ass is like trying to keep things off of these little nubs sticking out. Now you can sweep this. It shouldn't matter because ladder's close enough. You know, let's try like slow speed. It feels like they're dismantling faster. Like less of a pause between each deconstruction. Like mind blowing. Like they move a little slower, but you know, deconstructing ladders doesn't take a long time. And this is just, they don't have that super long pause that you get from all the lag. You did not have to do that first. I forgot to take his suit off again. Every time I forget to take his suit off. Gonna need to put like a checkpoint on the way in, so he just takes the suit off. Holding breath. I get it. Unequip the suit. Just like figure it out, man. Of course, that would be awful if they just decided to figure it out. All right, I think this is as good a point as any to wrap it up, since all I'm going to be doing is just deconstructing ladders. Maybe I'll get some time to do that off stream. And I'll go check to see if my kids need anything. But thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. If you want to stick around for another minute, I'll find someone to raid. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to flip a coin. We're going to play some more Ani or some City Skylines. And I'm not sure which one it'll be yet. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for either one of those. You guys have a great day and take it easy.